Hello and welcome back to the channel, Ideal Experience ENT. What you get to experience with me is this weekend's past graduation event. So what the client requested was a set of gifts, graduation caps, balloons, balloon columns, and 2 backdrops so that the families could take photos. So here you just see me highlighting what the graduation table looks like, and in just a few minutes you're gonna see what the balloons look like from start to finish. All right, here we are about to build out a balloon column. So what you see me doing is taking string, right? And I've sped up this portion just so that it's not so long and tedious. But what you see me doing is taking string, right? So essentially what I'm gonna do is take a string about as long as my backdrop stand or as long as I want my balloon columns to be. So what I'm doing is tying a knot and tying it multiple ways and about 4 to 5 times just to ensure that the base of this is secure. So here's an option that you can use, which is string or fishing line when you don't have a balloon column stand or your backdrop stand is too big for the structure you're trying to build. So essentially what I've done is taken a string about as long as those white pipes you see behind me, and I'm going to build out a balloon column. So it's going to require that my base is strong and structured. So you'll see me wrapping, and then I'm getting to a space where I'm about to add the next set. I'm creating a spiral balloon column. So what I'm doing is essentially adding each set of balloons that you already see blown up in the back of me, and I'm just twisting them left, and I'm following a pattern. So if you guys want a detailed or a slower breakdown of how I do this, I don't mind showing you. Just let me know in the comments. Most people have already seen tutorials or done tutorials on this, but I don't mind showing you. So with that being said, here I am just continuing to wrap, and I'm making sure that this structure is strong and solid. So I'm going through each layer and each color so that it stays still no matter if the wind blows or not, that this structure just stays. So with that being said, you'll see me going in and out of camera, and you'll see how I'm going along the white pattern, the gold balloons, the black balloons. And essentially what I'm doing is just building up the structures that you're getting ready to see in a few minutes. I must say that while I'm talking, this was actually a fun project to do. Although I wasn't feeling my best, somehow being creative and doing the things you love to do helps to, give you an energy boost and make you feel a lot better. I know that graduation season is over, but you can never be too prepared. With that being said, I want to encourage you all, hey, if you know that you are someone who loves designing or you have a graduate for next year, it's not too early to begin planning. You can think about the school they'll be graduating from and see what colors you'd like to use, or you can go with the generic colors of black, white, and gold, or black, white, and silver. Either way, as it pertains to graduation gifts, here are some ideas and concepts that I have for you. If you're looking for something quick, a quick option would be to gather something from Amazon. Or if you have a lot more time, make some planned out, thorough options, right? Some of the options that I would present to you would be to give them keychains, to provide them with a journal or perhaps a book. Whatever you get your graduate as a gift outside of a car, outside of something that's a luxury item like that, you should ensure that it's something that they could keep as a memento, but also something that speaks to who they are as a person. So I previously mentioned keychains. So if they have a car, a keychain is a cute thing that they can always carry with them. If they love to write or doodle or draw, then a journal would be something that's great for them. Also, I would recommend a personalized Bible. What else would I recommend for graduation gifts? I think that's all I have outside of throwing them a party. Another good idea would be to have a list of items that they prefer to have or would like to have. And we all know that you can never go wrong with money, gift cards, and things like that. But I'm just thinking in terms of favors and a bulk graduation, something that you can get all of your graduates. Oh, speaking of that, just got a new idea. You can get them wristbands, you can get them cups, you can get them personalized items. All of those things are great and good options. All right, in just a few moments, you're going to get ready to see the completed sets of balloon columns that I've completed. So as you can see, it has a cute spiral pattern. Right here, you see the black, white, and gold. In a few minutes, you're going to see what we did outside, which was a graduation yard sign. So we did decor for inside the space and also outside the space. Now, here is one of those spaces and one of those things that can become tedious. So when you're doing a setup, depending on who you are, where you are, and how large your team is, will determine how fast this process goes. I've gotten used to being a one-woman team. So sometimes when I have help, I don't necessarily realize it until, they're actually helping me. I know that sounds weird, but for all of you people who are a one-woman show or a one-man show, you know exactly what I mean. Sometimes you're so used to doing things on your own that you kind of rig it up or manipulate it to best suit you. So as you can see, I'm bending this pole, and that's actually my husband and one of the local pastors at this church who are actually helping me. I'm bending this pole down because in my mind, this is the easiest way to do it. With that being said, now that we're all set, always make sure that you secure your backdrop. Depending on what type of weather it is, you will or you can run into the problem of your backdrop not being stable enough, which is why you see me adding weights and center blocks, which I'm going to cover towards the ending. But here we have a shimmery silver, right? 2 shimmery silver drapes, and then we also have 2 black drapes. I'm manipulating it, and throughout this process, there are people who are coming and stopping by to say hi. Even when I'm working, that's something I don't mind. It kind of helps to speed up the process, make you feel good while you're doing what you're doing. But essentially, here I am just tweaking the backdrop stand and the sets of drapes to make sure that it looks well. Ultimately, before you finish a product, you always want to take a step back and look and make sure it looks the way it needs to look. I always recommend having extra. So extra drapes, extra backdrop kits, extra weights. You can never go wrong when you pack extra. The way you go wrong is when you pack just enough, because you never know what can happen. Sometimes things get torn, sometimes they get damaged in other ways, but ultimately this came out well. Here I am taking a couple steps back to manipulate it to see what would make it look better, trying to shift it here and there, untangling some pieces. But ultimately, I think that this came out really well. In just a few moments, you guys are going to get to see the finished product. Just in case you're wondering about how tall this is, I'm actually 5'4", which is considered to be, I guess, average height, I think. But either way, I consider myself a shorty. But nonetheless, you can see that if I'm 5'4", that this whole set was probably about 6 feet. So with that being said, here is the final product, which I'm so proud of. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And also let me know if you would like a more detailed video of how to create your own balloon columns. But ultimately, I want to thank you for sticking this time out with me, listening to me walk you through these steps. Please follow me for more. Like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to share this channel with your friends. Thank you.